Bro, this dude got the freaking $10,000 microphone, bro. I feel like that wasn't even a song. That was just a full-on experience. I feel like I had to pay tickets in order to witness this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the endings of spring 2025 animes. I'm sorry it took a while, but I'm finally here and I'm finally ready to react. We got a whopping 10 anime endings to check out here. The first one we're doing is my favorite anime of the season so far, To Be a Hero X. If you aren't watching this show yet, bro, you tripping because you need to watch it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I noticed that Hiroyuki Sawano always does like this little percussive breaks. You hear how the music is just playing without any percussion. It's just letting the music play and her singing as well. Is a nice little break right before we go back to the craziness. And also, I'm liking the triplet. Bro, I think what makes this ending even better is that I don't know what the hell's happening. I don't know who any of these characters are apart from Ling Ling and Nice, and I'm pretty sure this guy right here is Ling Ling. Where's Nice? I don't know if that's Nice because he's in a different outfit. He's not in his freaking superhero costume, but I don't know who any of these characters are. I only know one person, and he was shown for like 5 seconds, and the focus keeps being shown on this guy right here. Wait, where is he? This guy. Also, this shot is like wallpaper material, but this guy right here, bro, he is so emphasized on the opening and the ending, and we haven't even seen him, bro.
I got bronchitis.
So I'm thinking narrative wise, are we going to be exploring each person individually, and then some way, somehow this dude is going to come into the fold? Or are we just investigating Ling Ling's story first, but then we're going straight into To Be a Hero X? I don't know. That's the great thing about, you know, this anime really not having any source materials, because no one knows what's gonna happen. Going into a show completely blind with all the spoilers popping in the internet nowadays, that is a rarity, okay? Let's talk about this music real quick, okay? We're getting a song based on triplets, not four on the floor. It's not like a ba ba ba. No, it's so already rhythmic wise we're going into some unique territory. And also we got a little Hiroyuki Sawano flair as well with Sena Rin. Love her, by the way. Loved her in the Solo Leveling OST. Coded a Hiroyuki Sawano song with heavy percussion, industrial synths, some very ambient horns happening in the background, and some great vocals. Just everything you wanted in a Hiroyuki Sawano song, with also some rhythmic changes as well with the triplets. Honestly, I like this more than in our show. Gundam GQuuuuuuX, I don't even know what this is. Space. Keyboard is already going insane. like the syncopated bass. Hold on. Okay, so like, is it just me or did the next beat start early? No, it started early. It definitely started early. So it started early, but it didn't really account for that. It just treated the early start as just a regular start, and it just kept the beat on usually. That's trippy. Holy crap. I feel like that's illegal. Hold on. That's not normal. Wait. Key change? Okay, this song is crazy. Feels like I'm listening to a completely new song here. Okay. Wow. Okay, there's some switch ups in there that that'll make you like, wait, what's going on here? Like, for example, that little early beat start that tripped me up, and also, yeah, the key change right at the chorus, that's crazy. So yeah, really cool song. I gotta know what this show is about. I know it's Gundam, and usually the image that pops in my head whenever I talk about Gundam or whenever I think about Gundam is just giant robots fighting. That's what pops into my head whenever I think of Gundam. So I have not seen that a single time here. I mean, yeah, there's like a little robot here, but does the little robot transform into a big robot and start fighting people? Because it's giving a little bit of like a futuristic slice of life, like college dorm type feel, right? I don't get giant robots fighting at all from this ending. Of course, you know, a lot of anime endings can be very deceptive. For example, Jujutsu Kaisen, that ending was very deceptive. But you guys gotta tell me what the show's about. And are there going to be giant robots fighting? I would like to know. The next one we're doing is the ending for Apothecary Diaries Season 2 Part 2. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm intrigued. I love the harmonies. Okay, here's what I really like about this is it uses a lot of reverb and delay, but even though some instruments have a lot of reverb and delay, they're still harmonizing with the singer. So it's giving a bit of an ethereal feel to the song to where the harmonies are still there, but, you know, not as in your face. I was expecting some sort of like very bombastic, explosive ballad, kind of like the endings for Attack on Titan, the last two endings, Iterashai and the other one, I forgot what it was called, but this one right here. Yeah, I was expecting something like that, but we got a little pop twist right at the drop, which I'm not mad at. It still sounds good. And I've heard, I'm not really familiar with this band. I have heard one of their songs one day, and I actually really like that song. But apart from that, I don't really know this group. I do like that they're still incorporating Oriental instruments in there, because I heard I don't know what it's called. It's like a mandolin or something. I need to come up with another name for that. I don't know if it's a mandolin or some other instrument. It's a stringed instrument, like that dang, 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 is that type of instrument. And I still like that they incorporate that in there with a lot of reverb and delay, mind you. Yeah. The next ending we're checking out is Windbreaker Season 2. That voice is a wake-up call to my ears. Okay, we're already getting a big fusion between rock with that guitar, like a little bit of ballad with that piano, and some techno bass in the back. Okay, that's a bit trippy. I'm sorry. I don't know how all of these genres are going to form together because the drums hasn't come in yet. Okay. Ooh. Little ambient rock country here. These visuals are stunning, bro. Ooh. I definitely got to listen to the full version. Oh yeah, that was really dope. And I just finished the fight where they fought that Yellow Jacket crew. I just finished that, and then that's where I dropped it again. The story wasn't really for me, but the openings and the endings have been really slapping, especially this one. Again, with the introduction, I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know if we were going a techno route. I didn't know if we were going a rock route. And we kind of went with a rock route, but they added some country right when the drums started, so that really surprised me. Another thing I like are the creative fills here. So right when the chorus first came, we had that very beautiful belting from my guy. Shout out to him. Great singing. Yeah, so we got a little triple, but I don't believe that fill ever showed up again. So each time they were doing a new unique fill that was different from the last. So that's really, really cool. And usually a lot of songwriters, just to get the easy way out, they just use the same fill. But here, different fills. So that's really cool. That's another thing I noticed about Japanese music. When it comes to drum fills, they usually switch that up. They don't really do the same exact fill. They just got an incredible attention to detail. I got to respect. Definitely adding that to the playlist. The next ending we're checking out is for Fire Force Season 3. Alright, this song is already doing two things which I really love from music: call and response and vocal chants. It's like this song is tailor-made for me. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. I also like how they split the vocals too, so it's both on your left ear and your right ear. Playlist. Yep. Yep. Of course. Yes! This hook is really nice. That was great. Also, shout out to the little ASMR at the end. Appreciate that. Okay, this song is a whole boatload of fun. Although I will say the one thing I didn't really like that much was the pre-chorus. I thought it was the chorus actually, but when the silence started popping in, that was the chorus. But the pre-chorus, wasn't really doing it for me. I understand that when they did the auto-tune, it was for texture purposes. Obviously, they can very clearly sing, so they don't really need auto-tune. But they were trying to, do some extra modulation on their voice to give a unique tone to their vocal performance, but it wasn't really for me personally. And the way it clashed with the heavy synth in the background, I get what they were trying to do. They're not trying to be mainstream appealing at all with this. They're definitely trying to go outside of the box, which I really appreciate. Very experimental song. I like everything except maybe the pre-chorus, but I'm pretty sure with a couple more listens, I might grow to like it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But regardless though, really fun song. I actually prefer this over the opening, to be honest. The next song we're going to be doing is the ending for My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Ooh. I'm gonna talk about that. Oh, okay now. I really like this girl's voice. Okay. First off, I just want to talk about the visuals real quick. It's very clear that when the My Hero Academia writer was writing this arc, that he was heavily inspired by DC, Batman, and Spider-Man. What really interests me are these two side characters, actually. This girl, I was like, wait, you mean to tell me that this wasn't a headband? She paints it on her face every day. I feel like that's just so much more work. I feel like why not just, get a black cloth, cut some holes for your eyes, and just tie it? I feel like that's so much easier to upkeep rather than painting it on every single time. What if you fight someone with water? Then you're just screwed. Your headband just comes off. But yeah, I guess they're just dedicated to their craft like that. I gotta respect it. Also, this guy right here, he looks totally. I don't mean to, offend anyone, but he looks like a one-off villain from DC. He looks like the villain that Batman would take down the first 10 minutes of a Batman movie and then him just never pop up again. He looks like that type of person, and I wonder if that was the point of this character design, that he meant to look a little bit generic looking. I've definitely seen that trope before, and I actually kind of really like it. But apart from that, there's a lot to appreciate with this song. For the first bit, I would say the verse and the pre-chorus, it sounded a bit more, in line with the generic pop structure. No, not really pop. The generic J-rock structure and generic J-rock arrangement. But the real craziness happens right at the chorus, right at the start. We have a chorus change, and then on top of that we have Tori busting out them vocals. I really like when singers do that, include their head voice in there. It's not just all chest. I'm not a singer, so I couldn't really tell you for sure if that's hard, but it seems like it's hard because head voice and chest voice are two, different modes. That's hard. I can't do that. The next ending we're checking out is from Black Butler Emerald Witch Arc. A lot of people have been telling me that this song is really good, so I'll be the judge of that. I mean, we're already off to a great start. I can't lie. Those are some crazy sideburns. Run that back. Bro, this dude got the freaking $10,000 microphone, bro. You hear all the different frequencies and details from his voice, the way it resonates from his mouth. That's ooh. Okay, we're breaching into ASMR territory, low key, with that voice. Ooh, the way he goes low too. I feel like that wasn't even a song. That was just a full-on experience. I feel like I had to pay tickets in order to witness this. I'm not even gonna lie. This might be contender for anime ending of the year. Very forward of me to say, because we got a lot of great animes coming in the summer and fall, but if this isn't in the top 10 at least for anime ending themes, I will be thoroughly surprised. I love how creative all the different instrumental choices were, and all of them fit pretty well. You know, they were trying to give this magic foresty, dark, mysterious type of vibe, and I think they perfectly executed that. And also, one other thing I really like about this song is the very human percussion elements. You hear how when the chorus first came, it was just stomping. And the great thing is, with this studio quality mastering, they very easily could have just added in some electronic percussion and it still would have sounded really good, but they wanted to add a little extra humanistic detail to it, so they had some human stomping too. And what's great about that stomping too is not all of the people stomping are perfectly on time, so there's a little bit of rhythmic overlap too. So again, adds more human. We also got some actual claps in the song too. That is so cool, dog. All right, so the next ending we're checking out is for Cinderella Gray. Okay. Drummer already popping off with them embellishments. I love how that kick drum sounds. Drummer? We're definitely talking about that drummer after this. Oh, this might be one of my favorites. Shout out to the shoes, by the way. That drummer is going OD. Okay, here in this type of song, especially in the introduction, you can afford to go a little bit slower. Usually, if for the drummer in this type of scenario with songs like this, hear it, you would just be fine doing the. If you just did that, the song still would have sounded great. But the drummer went above and beyond, added some little, 5-stroke, 6-stroke rolls in there just to flex. You hear this? You just did not need to do that. But again, the great thing about Japanese music is they want to always go above and beyond. Well, not always, but a lot of the time they like to go above and beyond, which I really appreciate. There are two other things I want to talk about. That drum mix right there is really freaking good. I love how the snare has quite a bit of ring to it, but also sounds very dead at the same time. I also love the tension build to suspense. Another thing I really like in Japanese music. They tend to do this a lot. You hear the build up? See, it's so rampant in Japanese music, and it's one of my favorite parts about it. To be honest, they really know how to use it. I'm definitely adding that to the playlist. The last one we're going to be checking out is Lazarus. This is the end credit scene. It's giving Watchmen a little bit. I think that was the point. I wonder if this is an original song. I think it is, right? A lot of high frequencies in this mix. A little bit of call and response here. Love that. What, did everyone just OD or something? He's the only one awake, huh? Okay. Two things I really notice about this song is the very, very big amount of high frequencies here. Like every single one, I could hear like the the highs in there. It's a bit grating on my ears, just a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's for a stylistic choice. I'm pretty sure it's to, bring some contrast with the low filter pass that they put on the vocals. Although I actually don't know if that's what you call it. I don't know if it's a high filter pass or low filter pass. I'm not good enough to know the difference, but there's some sort of filter on it. So it gives a little bit of a Gorillaz feel to the vocals, which is pretty cool. I really like Gorillaz. Used to be one of my, childhood bands. So I only watched episode 1 of Lazarus. I did not watch episodes 2, 3. Hopna, that the drug that they were talking about in episode 1, it was basically like a savior drug. There was propaganda showing that it was a savior drug and everyone ended up taking it. And it's one of those things where, yeah, on paper it doesn't have any side effects, but you later realize there are side effects to it, and everyone took it because apparently it had no side effects. So that's why everyone on the ground It looks like they OD'd because they all took the Hopna drug, except for this one guy, apparently, the main character. I don't know if they ever said that he took Hopna. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my episode 1 reaction. I don't think he ever took Hopna. They don't really say that he did. So that's definitely going to be an advantage to him that he never took the drug. Maybe they're going to sample his blood and they're going to use that as the antidote for the Hopna drug rather than, trying to find the drug creator like the drug creator said. I feel like that maybe that could be a solution to finding a cure for Hopna. I don't think that the opening and ending for Lazarus are meant to be, streamable songs to where you can just listen to it over and over again. Of course, for different people, like obviously they are going to be streaming this song because they love it so much, but it doesn't really come off like a top 50 Spotify streamed song to me. It comes off like it's trying to convey a certain message and it's gearing everything towards trying to convey that certain message rather than, just going for clicks, rather than just going for plays and streams. There's definitely a deeper meaning to both of these songs, and that's what I really appreciate about it. So yeah, really cool song, really cool endings overall. Let me know your guys' favorite endings that you've heard. My top would have to be To Be Your Hero X, Black Butler, Emerald Witch, and either Cinderella Gray or Windbreaker Season 2. Let me know your guys' top 3 in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.